Before we get into this episode of The Hassle of Hair, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First up, we have Castro's Pool Service and Repair. If you guys need your guys' pool serviced, maintenance, clean, fixed, Castro's Pool Service and Repair is the place to go. Their phone number is 209-675-5418. That's 209-675-5418. Check them out today, guys. Support those that support us. We have a new sponsor, guys. Our new sponsor, before we get into the episode, our new sponsor is Fun Zone Head Shop, the best head shop in town, guys. They're located at 525 I Street. That's 525 I Street. Follow them on Instagram, Fun Zone Head Shop. Fun Zone Head Shop. And I'll have all the links for you guys below.
It's birthday!
I'm Jesse.
I'm Raquel.
This is The Hassle of Hair, a podcast.
Going after your dreams.
A podcast about going after your dreams.
Okay.
But no, it's a podcast about going after your dreams and finding your passion in life.
Yes.
And we're The Hassle of Hair.
For the Hassle of Hair?
We are The Hassle of Hair. Thanks for listening, guys. Love you. Hey, guys, it is Monday. Monday, September 26th. Welcome back to The Hassle of Hair, guys. Long weekend. I went to a jiu-jitsu seminar. Your boy is like in a month nonstop on the mats. Like Coach Jose, 65-year-old. Listen, when I say 65, I'm totally joking. The guy's only like 48, 49, but he's like 48, I think. But it was his birthday. But no, the guy has like went into strike, started doing jiu-jitsu, and he's got me motivated and pushing me. And we, for like a month of, I gotta stop saying this episode, I'm gonna stop saying like, but for a month, we, every single day, we've drilled, sparred, something jiu-jitsu for at least an hour every single day. And this weekend we went to a seminar for Coffee Crew held a seminar. I'm gonna be totally honest, guys. I forgot the guy's name. But he was showing back takes and how to take the back from turtle. When I showed up, I showed up a little late. He was showing how to take the back from turtle. And it's funny just doing the back take with Coach Jose because we're bigger guys, right? And he had us, I'm trying to explain it the best I can for you to understand, right?
Is that the guy?
Yes. Sorry. The guy's name was Gabriel Arges. He's a IBJJF world champion, black belt. You could tell he's a good teacher. Mm-hmm. Actually a great teacher. The way his seminars. I've been to seminars where you pay $100-something and they're showing you stuff that everybody else could show. Right. When I'm going to a seminar or when I'm looking at who's where it's going to be worth it for me to take a drive, me to pay, is how detailed they're going to go into things. Right. I could tell you, okay, throw your cross. Right.
But are you paying for the seminar or are you paying for the person and the experience?
I'm paying for that. Well, I'm not. There's people that it's two things, right? So you might go to a seminar. Mm-hmm. I'll get back to the Coach Jose story, but
okay.
You might pay for a seminar and you're paying for the name.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they're great coaches. You might show up. They'll show you something you've been doing for years, mm-hmm. right? But how detailed are they going to go into it? Like, there's a bunch of ways. There's a bunch of ways on how to teach something, but the people that are great at it mm-hmm. can break things down to small pieces, right? So speaking like striking mm-hmm. on how to throw a cross, I could tell you, okay, just rotate your arm and turn your cross hit with your two big knuckles. Mm-hmm. But then people that are great at boxing or great at teaching, right? They're able to break down how your shoulder moves, how your elbow moves, which direction the hand's going to go, how to pivot the foot, where are your hips at, where your posture's at, your core, like all that matters. The better you get at it, the more in depth you could talk about it. And he was going into detail, which is really cool because I've been to seminars where I go in there and it's quick and they're showing basic drills. They're not going into depth. Like I want to go there, sit and learn, right? And he went into depth. But some of the stuff that we were taking the back and rolling over our shoulder to get the back. And me and Coach Jose, you put me and Coach Jose together, right? And you tell us to roll. It's just
Look like two sea lions.
There's called this. I think it's hip. I forgot the way we do them like hip thrusters, but we do this drill that Coach Craig has us do, where our hips go over each other, like we're laying down, our hands we're connected hip to hip, and our hips go up, and we try to get on the other side of each other. We're parallel with each other, and we hip up, and we try to get our hips on the other side of each other. When we do it, when we first did it, it was hilarious. We're getting better at it. But no, like I said, like Coach Jose has motivated me to get my ass up, right? Like
yes. I've seen a difference in you rushing home to get your gi and then rushing back.
Yeah.
And then the car can smell a difference too.
You guys, like, I'll admit it. One of my worst vices or one of my worst flaws is, like you said it last time, my weight fluctuates. I've never had control of my weight, right? You can see all over me when I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
And this, ever since my last fight, going like that year, it's been like a year and 3 months since my last fight.
A year and a few months, yeah.
Yeah, since my last fight, and I really just dove into the podcast, dove into everything, and it's stressful. It's stressful trying to grow everything, and I just said, "Fuck it, just eat whatever the fuck you want." All right.
Yeah.
And it's not good. I could feel it. I could see it. And my problem is that I don't care. This the last thing I think about is my looks. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
I'm not vain at all. You're my wife. You see me all the time. Like, what do you think my problem is of why, like, I'm... Like, obviously it's the eating. It's the eating and then not working out. I'm the only guy in this world that works at a gym, and he's there 24/7, and he's gained hella weight. Doesn't make any sense, you know. But as a wife, like, what do you think my problem is?
I think so. I feel like your problem is food. Like, okay, so I'm just gonna give a few examples. This is the thing. I'll cook dinner, or I'm gonna make dinner, and your response all the time is, "I'm not gonna eat. I already ate for whatever the day or from dinner or whatever it is. I'm not gonna eat. I already ate." Okay, I know damn well once I'm cooking and once I'm done, you're gonna want to eat.
Yeah.
So always just make so all of us could eat, and then you won't eat, and then we go to bed, and then here comes the morning, and whatever I made for dinner is gone. Like, all gone. Like, you got hungry at night like a fucking gremlin and ate all the food.
Yeah.
So,
that's my night eating is big for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know if it may, are you stress eating? Is it stress eating?
Mostly, like, when I'm working on stuff, like, I'll eat.
You need to eat as you think, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's 100% stress eating. And I need to just say it. Like, I need to stop beating around the bush. Like, I'm stressed. I was stressed out, and it hinders other things.
Because you did it again yesterday too. And you're like, "I'm not gonna eat dinner. I'm not gonna eat dinner." And then
we
go to Starbucks. You're like, "Can I get egg bites?" Why the fuck did I get egg bites for? I don't know.
And, like, I don't know.
And then you
like,
still eat dinner.
Yeah. And I've ever since you've pointed out to me, like, you need to start taking care of yourself. Because that's what I was gonna say. I said I'm just gonna plain out say it. Like, when it comes to my health, like
Mm-hmm.
when everything, mental, physical, I just said, fuck it. I just said, fuck
Yeah,
it.
you kind of threw
Like,
in the
let's
towel.
grind.
You threw in the towel for that.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, dude. And like I'm 32. Like this doesn't, I don't get younger.
No, this doesn't go away.
Oh, obviously this doesn't go away. Even when I was fighting, like,
Even when you're at your fittest.
yeah, my fittest, my lower half would just hang. Like what? Like,
It was a constant muffin.
but that was because I was huge. I used to be huge. And but no, it's a struggle, man. And I think one thing that we've been struggling with is just we fought yesterday about just, I don't know what we really fought about.
I think we just had emotion. We both had emotions
Yeah.
everywhere.
Because on one hand, we're trying to
Run a business.
we're busier.
Yeah.
Right? When it comes down to it, it's just we're busier and we're trying to have a relationship and then manage our family, manage our money, manage our living, right?
Mm-hmm.
But have a relationship at the same time. When we first got together, and I think everybody struggles this. I mean, it's a basic thing. When we first got together, man, we were all in love. We'd watch movies together. We'd lay down.
That's because we were both able to fit on the couch together.
But it was just it goddamn, like I still love you to death. The crazy part is, like, I still love you to death.
What's crazy about that?
No, I'm saying the crazy part is, like, it's such a weird feeling where I love you so much and then I work so hard because I love you, but then our schedules get so out of whack that we don't see each other. And we fought yesterday pretty hard. Like, what's your takeaway from that fight? So what people know, we fought about our schedules, how we don't see each other, how I'm not doing stuff at home, she's not doing stuff for the business, like stuff like that. Just basically time management for both of us to have a relationship.
Our discussion was, or our argument was, I can care less about the business. I care more about our family. So my thing is, I feel like you weren't doing as much at home as a husband, to be here. And then your side was, you feel like I'm not doing enough for the business as a partner. So it's kind of hard because we both have different points of views of what the other person should be doing and shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. And it came down to
we basically were not on the same page.
Yeah.
We were not. We were both expecting something different.
100%. And so we had coffee today and we sat down and we linked our schedules. I don't know how we were living without understanding our schedules.
Yeah.
It's so insane to me when I think about it. But
I think what it was is, like, our relationship isn't a, hey, can I go here kind of thing. Can I go there?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not that we don't think about the other person, but we've had this relationship for so long where we, like, okay, so for instance, you already had in your mind that you were going to go to the seminar and to the kids PKB.
Yes.
And then I had in mind was, I'm going to take Eva to homecoming dress shopping or whatever. So we both didn't tell each other what was going on and just assumed the other person was going to do something else.
Yeah.
So, and that was our problem, is, like, we're kind of just living our lives.
Well, you're 100% right when you say, like, we don't ever say, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is that we're so comfortable with doing whatever the fuck we want that we, as our life gets busier, we lost track of each other. Like, I lost track of each other's time.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Because you could say, hey, I'm going to take off for the week, and I wouldn't care. Like, and not that I wouldn't care. I would miss you, but I'm saying, like, you go do it with, like, say, hey, I have to go do this photo booth that's a week long. I'd be like, go do it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that was a flaw. Like, we thought it was a good thing, but at the same time, it's a flaw of not caring of giving each other freedom, basically. Right? But we had to fix it and figuring out each other's schedules. So we sat down and we really, like, every hour by the hour, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Right? And it I hope it works.
Me too. I mean, for the most part though, like, we got out the week. So I think our thing is every Monday to sit down, have coffee, and go through the week.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to do.
Or Sundays, but Mondays are good.
'Cause shit, like I want to go do things, like I want to go explore with you and go travel and then I'm thinking that, right? I'm telling myself, yeah, I just want to go hang out with her and travel. But then I put my schedule, I have my schedule in front of me, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? I'm saying that I want to go travel with her, go hang out with her, but I'm adding more stuff to her. Like, I just got back from
PE.
I started doing once a week.
Once a week.
But that takes an hour, because I have to get ready for it. 2 hours.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's a homeschool PE.
Yeah.
Once a week, and I just got back from it, but I added that, right? And then I'm adding more. It just, I don't know. It's weird that I tell myself that, but I do want to make money at the same time. I do want my career to be successful. All right, right? We would not be able to have kids. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, I would love a little one, but I mean, for tax reasons. But I mean, like we've said it before, like our daughter only has another year and a half here with us, and we're hoping, that she does go off to college and has a life and experience things. But when she's gone, when she leaves, that's if she decides. When she leaves, we plan on doing traveling and going places, hopefully podcasting or whatnot, or doing things. But right now our focus is building our business, getting our daughter through high school, off to college, and family, because when she's gone, she might not want to come back and visit us. Like we synced our schedules, and we even had to put times where we're gonna sit down as a family and eat dinner. And so for one of the schedules we put work, and then for the other one I put family. And for some reason her phone is linked to our family one. It said, so she sent a screenshot.
Snapchat.
I know Snapchat. A screenshot of dinner, and she's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Oh, so we could sit down and have dinner like as a family." And she's like, "Nobody wants that." Like, So I don't know.
And we got done with that argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we used to shout and
said
scream.
like.
I know. I'm trying not to. We used to shout and scream and yell and throw things, slam doors. When we first got the first 3-4 years of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The first 3-4 years of marriage, our arguments were not healthy. They wouldn't move forward. And even though when we do argue, I'm like, we constantly argue about the same thing. Our arguments do move us forward. And they used to be horrible in the beginning. Right? But now we kind of, both of us, I could feel it from you. Like, I could feel it from you that we end the arguments wanting to move forward. But I got done after this argument, and I was just sitting there. Marriage is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
marriage is hard, and we've lasted almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Marriage is hard.
You sit there, right? Like, I argue with you, not.
I think not to fight, but to get your point across.
Yeah, knowing that, like, in my head, we're gonna be together forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to argue, but at the same time, it's like, okay, then this is something I'm feeling, like, and how do we move forward from this? It's just rough.
Yeah.
It's rough to look. I cannot imagine being in a relationship where I have to just shut my mouth. I couldn't be able to do it. I can't. You 100% know I have to voice my opinion.
And so do I.
And you do too.
One thing we did learn, though, if we're ever arguing and driving and anybody says pull over so I could get out, I'm leaving. Oh, man, your car broke down? No, my wife left me. Oh, sorry.
I want to like talk some marriage. Like, we need to interview a married couple.
That's what our Thursdays one should be, where we sit down with our friends that are in relationships and have a conversation with them.
But I don't want to ask, like,
no, not ask. I'm saying have conversations.
No, but I don't want to talk about, like, I don't want to just like beat around the bush of things. It's like, I want to know what happens when because I'll get heated, you'll get heated. I want to know what they do. Like, I don't want to just beat it. Like, what do you do when you fight? And then it don't go into detail of like everybody gets pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, everybody gets pissed off. It's like, how do you deal with somebody? How do you deal when they're not doing they're cutting their that's fine. When they're not doing stuff around the house, like, or when they just want to walk away from the argument, what do you do? Like,
yeah,
like I want to know I listen to some podcasts where it's just not real.
You feel like it's not real?
It's not that it's not real. It's real where they ask certain questions like, okay, what do you do during an argument? How do you stay out? And they're like, well, we let you, like, I can't explain it. I just sound.
You think that it's like fake, like, because I could sit there and tell you what I do. I just sit there and look at you dumb, like. I could sit there for, like, if they had a contest on who wouldn't speak, like, during an argument, it would be me.
Yeah. Because I can't.
And then I know it pisses you off more, so I'm just like, don't say anything.
But you know what the hardest thing is, and I don't know if every couple deals with this, is everybody has, like, I don't want to say trauma, like, I guess everybody has trauma in their life, but because as my childhood, I had a pretty rough childhood, right? So I do have some issues from that childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some issues, and we bring things to the table that are not healthy.
Yeah.
And how do we fix those things as we're married? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is not rainbows and butterflies.
No.
Right. You know, like, and how do people fix those? Like, my father was a very when he used to the way he argued was not healthy. Very demanding and needed things done his way, and mentally abusive. Right?
That reminds you of somebody.
Yes.
You.
And I'm the same way. Right? Not mentally abusive. Like, I don't call you names. Like, I don't call you names or anything. But meaning, like, I have to win, and that's my problem. Is I tell you all the time, what are you trying to win for? But in reality, like, I have to win.
Yeah.
Like, it just, though, when I get heated, I have to win. And there's times where, like, it reminds me of my parents' arguments, right? And it's like, what am I doing? Right? And so I bring stuff that I had issues with when I was a child and that I saw, because we are our parents. And sometimes that goes into our arguments, and I tried to stop. That's why when we were arguing, and Eva, it's funny because our daughter can't hear, so
That's not funny.
No, okay, that's not funny. She can't hear, so when we're arguing, she can't hear us because she was doing her homework and didn't have her hearing aids on, and she came in the room, and so we're mad at each other. We weren't yelling, but we were arguing, right? And when she came in the room, I gotta walk away because I'm done with letting her see us argue. We don't argue that much.
Yeah.
We don't argue that much in front of her, but I'm done with her seeing us argue. So I'm even got to that point because we used to argue in front of her all the time.
Yeah.
And it was not
not good at all.
In our first 3 years, right? When we were living in the room, we used to argue in front of her all the time, and it wasn't healthy. And it just, I don't know. I want to know, like, that deep shit, like those, because everybody has issues.
Yeah.
And this is like when people have multiple marriages or multiple relationships or never find anybody. Like, that's the number one thing. It's like, well, was this with this person and they would do this. I couldn't live with them because they did this. Or, dude, everybody has issues.
Do you think, like, because the way we, like, us arguing and stuff like that, like, oh, the business, or I'm like, oh, the family, do you think if we already had, say, been making money with the business and we are able to spend more time with the family, that our arguments, we wouldn't argue as much? So money is our problem.
I don't think money's our problem. I just think, I think I'm always going to be the way, like, okay, I wouldn't say always because we are working on it, but I think I'm always going to dive into things. And it's the way I am. Learning how to control my diving into the things, like diving into the podcast. I could spend hours like trying to, like, I'm just like
yeah.
And okay, let me explain that. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I dive into things, and that's all I see. Tunnel vision on things.
You mean you focus too much on that?
Yes, and there's things, and I get sucked into it, and then I forget about everything else. It's my problem. It's a vice of mine, and it not fair to you. I guess it hurts that part of the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm going to have to work on for the rest of my life. But I see it as when we get older and we have like, cuz by the time my 40s, I see us and when I hit 40, then money's not going to be an issue.
Okay.
That's in my head. Like, money's not going to be an issue. Now how much work we have, I hope that the work is together. That's how I see it. Like, what we're doing, everything's together. And then by the time we retire, I'm the kind of person that always could find something that will never get bored.
Yeah.
You know, I will never get bored. I don't ever want to get bored with you. And it's just, I don't know, man. Marriage is hard.
Yes, it is. Very hard. Very, very, very hard.
Yeah. I know. I called you the other day, and I was like, I want to be with you forever. I 100% want to be with you forever.
When you said that, I was like, forever. Like, I was like scared. Like, oh God.
It's a trippy feeling. It's a 100% trippy feeling. Like, I want to be with you forever. I want to figure this thing out, and it's rough. That's why when
hopefully, like, us sitting down, like, kind of getting on the same page, you know, us doing that, because for a while we were sitting down having coffee and talking about things and stuff like that, and I think we just got too busy with stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously didn't make time, and we're expecting the other person to make time when we're available, when maybe the other person's not.
Yeah. I don't know. And sitting down and telling myself, hey, dude, like, you're not always right, is so hard. Not having an ego, understanding not to have an ego, understanding when your flaws are the reason why things are happening. It's very hard to sit back and say you need to fix yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and number one, our daughter, like, just how I'm a reflection of how my parents were, our daughter is gonna be a reflection of how
us.
we were.
Yeah.
What she's around, what she sees, and she's starting to go into friendships and to relationships, which I don't. It's which is scary, and work relationships and how does she deals with relationships is a reflection on us.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I just thought about that now that as you said it.
What?
I was like, oh man, she's gonna have a fucked up relationship.
No, she's. But it's, one thing. Because I look at my work ethic has gone up, right? It's a muscle, and nonstop, right? Nonstop. When I see her, and I don't know if it's because of me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when I see her doing her homework, that girl's busy.
She's definitely not a reflection of us from that because she's been like that since, not to be mean, but before you came into the picture, like homework and doing it. And
yeah.
I mean, and I also probably my fault because when she used to write and if it didn't come out right, I'm like, erase the whole thing. Do it again.
No. You could tell she wants better.
Yeah.
She wants to go to, and I never had that as a kid. I looked at college like, oh, I want to get there, but I never thought it was possible. So I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I never wanted, I just didn't want it as much as how she wants it. But yeah. But I didn't go into my weekend, so
so you did the seminar.
Did the seminar, which was cool.
Okay. You took one of the kids with you.
Took one of the kids with me, and he's a 14-year-old man. So this kid.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah, he's taller than me.
Oh damn.
This kid goes to the 5:30 in the morning class. Comes in the night class and stays for all the classes. He doesn't get home till probably like 9:30, 10.
Oh damn.
So he stays at the 5:30 to all the way to 10 o'clock doing classes and just learning. So, and then he comes right back to the 5:30 in the morning class. And no one told him he had to do this. And this is what you're looking for, right? This is what you're looking for out of somebody. Because I'm the type of person that you walk in, you want to do better, you want to learn martial arts, I will help you. And then
you've always been like that. You would help them as long as they show that they want it.
But that was my problem, was understanding who really wants it.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's people that say they want to fight or they want to learn. It's not even just fighting. It's they want to learn. And then I take on everybody. But then these people, like I said not that long ago, when I was talking to Frankie, at the podcast with Frankie, I was telling him I'm figuring out who's just wasting my time.
Yeah.
Who just wants attention. Like, listen to me. Like, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that just, because they'll spit things out and then nothing goes forward.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And it's something I'm learning as I get older. It's something when I'd go to these bigger name gyms and I would see the coaches or when you see this, I'll put it this way. When you see people in a higher power or higher power. When you see successful people that are got it going, like they're grinding, right?
Yeah.
And you see them and it's not they're brushing off people. They don't have time for people. And it's like, how do you not have time to say hi or say or when athletes don't want to give an autograph or when athletes don't want to, you're at an event, they don't want to talk to you. And some people take it as
they're being rude Yeah.
But you don't have nothing to do. When you have nothing to do, you don't realize
that people have stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like going over my schedule today, it's not even close to other people's schedules, but I'm going. And imagine what it took to get, because we're trying to get to where people are, right?
Yeah.
And you see a successful person, it's like, you don't know the time that it took or what it takes to be in that position, how much it takes. You see a head coach of a very good gym, a very great gym, right? And they kind of just are to themselves. They don't talk to each other. I mean, they don't talk to people, or they don't give everybody the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Successful people don't give everybody the time of day. They've learned that not everybody really wants it. They just want attention. They're so busy they can't give everybody attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I don't know. It's just, so going back to the 14-year-old, this kid, he doesn't want attention. He's just doing it because he wants to.
Yeah.
He's just doing it just to do it. So, and it was cool because I got to take him to the seminar, and then I got him to take him to a PKB. Like, and he's just telling me, like, just getting to know him and understand him. It's a cool thing because that's the foundation, right? So he has the foundation. Now I get to see what he becomes.
Yeah.
Right.
His victim.
Yeah. Okay. So we were leaving the PK. Yeah. So we're leaving the PKB.
Don't say the name.
Okay. So we're leaving the PKB, and he's like, Coach, you see all those guys my age? I go, yeah. He's like, those are my victims. I was like, what? And this kid doesn't talk, guys.
He barely even makes jokes. Like, you joke with him, he's like, huh?
He doesn't talk at all. And so for him to say it, even on the right, like, he talked a little bit. Even like he said that, I was dying and I was laughing. I was like, all right, dude.
That's hilarious, though.
Yeah. So
that just means that he's coming out of his shell, like that he feels comfortable enough to say, like, to say stuff like that.
And I think,
and as victims, he's not saying, he means like his opponents, like his opponents,
and
his opponents.
And it's like teaching kids. That's why it's super more rewarding, right? It's way more rewarding teaching kids because you see this sponge like that. They don't know anything. You get to just show them someone that doesn't know any martial arts or show anything. Like they're just sponges. They take in everything, and you get to see their growth because kids, it's at a fast pace.
Yeah,
super fast pace.
They pick up things a lot faster, and they retain it a little bit longer.
With everything, everything in life, everything, and it's so cool to see. With adults, it's a lot slower, a lot of bad habits when it comes to everything, and it's just the reward of being a coach for seeing the kids grow is so much faster and more rewarding. So cool. But I went to the PKB, and then what did I do? So I went to the seminar PKB. Oh, then I did security that night.
Security. Yeah,
I did security, and man, that was fun. And so there was the Pitbull concert in San Jose. So Pitbull was in the SAP, which is like down the block of where I do security from.
Like literally down the street.
Yeah. So at 12 o'clock hit, and they even announced it because we have headsets, and on the headset they're like, hey guys, Pitbull just got out. And when they said that, I go outside the bar and I look down the street, and you could just see a tsunami wave of people coming down the street, and they're just all drunk. I do the bouncing thing because it's fun.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining. It's easy. It's fun, and I always leave like, oh, okay, that was worth it with the money, the time, like the only 4 hours, like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Right? But this is the only time at the end of the day where I was just like,
you were done.
I don't want to do this anymore. I was like,
You think because you were tired?
No, it was 100% because I've been tired and done that. It was 100%. I was nonstop. Like, you guys need to make a walkway. You guys need to make a walkway. You need to, because of the fire department or safety reasons, you have to keep that walkway going. So when there's fire department, the fire truck's literally driving around downtown San Jose looking into bars to see how full they are. And St. Patty's, they shut it down at another bar, and they even came up to us and said, hey, you guys need to hold the line. Like, you guys can't have people going. It's a fire hazard, right? So they're literally trying to find those gyms, those bars that are overcrowded. So I'm trying to find a walkway so you can see through the whole entire bar, and I'm trying to make a walkway, and people don't listen.
Did you have to kick anybody out?
No.
Oh.
There was a guy that he said he knew me from high school.
Oh God.
I vaguely remember who he is, but he came pretty drunk to the front of the bar, and I was running the front, and he's pretty drunk, and he's all Jesse, come on, let me in. He didn't have his ID, and I was like, hey dude, I can't let you in. He's all come on, Jesse, you know me, let me in. And I was just like, dude, my boss is right there, like I can't let you in. And it's like,
do you remember him?
Vaguely.
Oh.
Vaguely. And I was like, dude, I can't.
Go get your ID and come back.
Yeah, and he was starting to get pissed off, and he was like getting in the security guards' face, the other security guards' faces, and it was just like he was just drunk. I was like, I don't know, man. People have issues. I never act like that when I'm drunk.
No, you just throw up on yourself or spill your drink. So.
I never have like Are you ever pissed off when you're like? Do you ever go out and just like get pissed off?
I'm a fun drunk. Yeah. I like to dance, drink. I do throw up sometimes. I've never thrown up on myself like you did though. Yeah. But running down the street, knocking on people's doors.
It's so crazy, like doing the bouncing and like watching people, how they party, and like, and you see it as like you see it's a game. It's crazy to me, right? It's so crazy to me, because you could go into this public place, find a stranger, and start making out with them.
What the fuck?
You'll see it all the time. Like I'm
gonna be honest. I've never done that.
What?
Gone out and got drunk and made out with somebody. Yeah. Have you? Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna ask.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So remember, there's a picture out there. There's a picture.
Oh my God.
There's a picture. I was like 21, and
I got it.
And there's a girl. There's a girl wearing a like polka dot dress, but like big polka dots.
No, and it wasn't big polka dots.
Remember they said I was playing Twister?
Yeah, but it wasn't big polka dots.
Right hand red. But it was some random girl. This was
literally like a week or two before I met you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You dirty girl.
And some random girl just like, we just started making out, and like, I don't know. I was crazy. I was crazy as a 21-year-old. Like, that's why I did everything I needed to do. There's some stuff that I didn't do. Like, I never had a threesome.
If we find that
I'm just saying, I never had a threesome. I'm just saying.
You, a girl and a guy?
Oh, no. That's not something I like. It is not my cup of tea. Sorry, not my cup of tea.
Or you.
Me and two girls. Like, I honestly, that's so stressful to me.
Stop. Yeah.
That's so stressful to me. Like, I'm already stressed out. Okay, so when like,
you don't need a threesome then.
So like,
you don't need one. You're good with one person.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, it already stresses out me. Like, I like having sex, but like sex in general stresses me out because I can't last long. Like, I can't last. I'm happy if it's 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with 5 minutes. If I get 5 minutes, like foreplay, and then when we're in the action, when it's game time, when it's go time, like 5 minutes. And if I get,
sometimes not even 5 minutes.
I know, if I get 5 minutes in, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, and then like, but imagine like, so like if it's, I don't know what it is when it comes to being a guy. Like, if you can't, I don't know, maybe some guys are different, but if I can't please the other woman, like even when I was,
you can only please one.
But even when I was young, before I met you, if I couldn't please the other woman, which I'm gonna tell you right now, there was a lot of women that I didn't please. Like that it wasn't worth it for them. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was not worth it for them. And it was not worth it for them. And
I drove over here for this.
Exactly. I think I said that story before.
Yeah, you did.
Where this girl where this girl drove all the way from
Fremont?
No, it's by Fremont. That is a city. Fuck, what's it called? Union City.
Vallejo?
Union City. She drove from Union City to San Jose, and we met on an online dating app.
Oh Jesus!
And it wasn't even an app. It wasn't an app. It was a website.
Okay.
So it was a dating website before the apps were big. It was called Date and Hookup or Date and Hookup, something like that.
Oh,
And she hit me up, and she came down. She didn't even want to go on a date. It was like,
she just wanted to sleep with you.
yeah, she just wanted to
Really?
sleep with me. And the first time was like, I swear to God, I'm not even joking.
You should have took her on a date first.
It would have been worth it for her. She would have got free
She
dinner
would have
at
got
least.
food.
You know what's crazy? It's like, oh, never mind. I was
Okay,
like, I didn't
anyways,
even
go
buy dinner sometimes. No, but so she came all the way from Union City. I slept with her, and I'm not even joking. When I say it was like 1 minute, it was like, I was like, oh man, my bad. I was like super excited. Let's go again.
My bad. I was super excited.
She's like,
Did
let's
you
go.
say that?
Yeah.
My bad. I was super excited.
Yeah, well, kind of. I don't remember what I said, but I made excuses, and then like we waited, and then we went again, and it was like, okay, a little bit better, 2 minutes, and then, and then
I could tell if there any of these girls that you slept with are listening. He's gone a lot longer than 2 minutes now.
and then like and she left pissed. She's all, I'm a single mom. I never get time, and this is like, she basically told me like, I'm a single mom, and I don't have time to do anything. I work, and I drove all the way from Union City for this. I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
You didn't like offer to go down on her or anything? Like, I don't understand.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. If I go down on a girl, I have to know them a long time. I was always scared. Like, when it came to STDs, I was scared big time.
Well, apparently not if you're meeting girls off of websites.
But I wrapped up.
Date and hook up.
I was about to say I strapped up, put on a strap on. No, I put on, like, I put on a rubber every single time. Every time.
Oh God, that's so funny.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how we got on that, but I get stressed out. Like,
How did we get on this stupid conversation?
Like, I'm like, let's concentrate, Jesse. Let's concentrate. Like, when it's time, because I know that you want to climax, or you want to, like, you want to orgasm, whatever. I just say it, orgasm.
Climax, orgasm.
but like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it does, like, as a husband.
It stresses you out.
It stresses me out. Like, I'm literally.
Oh, I gotta have got into this conversation.
Okay. Huh?
You're saying I've never had a threesome.
Oh yeah. So that I would not be able to have a threesome. I would be stressed the fuck out. No, but I mean, threesomes would be good if I didn't care about the other women that I'm doing like with, you know, like. But I don't know. But there's times, like, you know, when we're doing the deed, you'll see me sometimes just like, don't do anything, and I'll just close my eyes, and I'll just be laying there, and I'm just like. That's because I'm concentrating. I'm laying there like, come on, just, you got this. Like, pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I swear to God, I start thinking about things. I start thinking about things that are gonna like not make me like orgasm early, right? I swear to God, like, you have no idea how stressful this is.
Fucking
And there's times where like
elevator music in your head going.
And I have my eyes closed, and like, you'll say something, and you'll say something like, you'll say something like, oh my gosh, like, you're so deep, and then like, and then that's it, and then that's your fault. You already know, like, 2 minutes in, you say that, and I'm like, ah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. It's stressful. Like, it's super stressful.
Oh God.
Because I want to perform as a husband. But not perform, but meaning, like, I want to be good enough. Does that make sense? I want to be good enough. It's so hard, like, because Look at, I'm good at a lot of things, but when it comes to sex, like I want to be good. Like, does that make sense? I can't fail. So there's times where we have sex and then you don't get to orgasm, and then I'm
no lie, I wasted my time
Yeah.
to come over here for nothing. I wasted my time to come over here for nothing.
I had a girl.
Oh,
I had a girl.
Oh Jesus!
I had a girl leave right away. Like she came. This is a girl I met at a bar, and we didn't hang out at the bar. And she came over when I was living on McLaughlin and Lucretia, and she came, and we hung out. We hung out for a little bit. Then we went back to my place. Like immediate after, it was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I tried my best. Her clothes weren't even off. What did
she do? All she did was look at you.
She said, man, my bra didn't even come off. I swear to God. That's what she told me.
It's funny because you don't even know how to take off bras.
So yeah, like, and back then, like, I didn't care as much, but I did care a little bit. They were like, I was like, but in my head, because I actually was like, oh, I could date this girl, you know? I could date this, way out of my league. And like, I've always batted out of my league. Like, it's just like, I think so. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to date this girl. And she never didn't call me.
Damn.
That's the worst. That one hurt the most. That one hurt the most because she didn't want to date me. And the reason why, I can understand, like, maybe she just didn't like me, or she just didn't get the vibe, you know. But she literally didn't date me because I sucked at sex. That's why she didn't call me. So that's the reason why you have me today.
Lucky me.
No, but I don't know, guys. That's
Sorry if we gave too much detail.
no, it
was hilarious.
But
so.
it's
And if anybody's asking, yes, this is when we talk and we're not recording and I laugh like that, I do.
But she knows everything about me. Like, she knows. Dude, this. I don't know, man. Like, marriage is rough and tough, and if you can't be honest with each other, like, I tell her everything I'm feeling, and that's why we get into arguments. A lot of people hold back. Like, there's so many times, or even Eva would be like, why would you say that? Like, our daughter would be like, why would you tell her that? Like, I don't know.
She has more common sense than we do most of the time.
I just.
All right.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. You didn't even talk. You just laughed the whole entire time.
Yes.
All right, guys. Don't worry. I don't know what I was going to say. But I love you guys. Stay strong, guys. The guys out there that can only last like 5 minutes.
Don't worry, guys. He lasts longer on the podcast than in the room.
But I love you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. So much more coming. I love you. Peace.
Bye.